Hi, I'm Larry Richardson, your step-by-step chef. In this episode, we're going to make absolutely delicious chicken tacos. We're going to use our own homemade spice mix, and we're going to crisp up the flour tortillas to make them extra crunchy. I think you're really going to enjoy these. So come on, let's cook. And here are the ingredients for our chicken tacos. First of all, I have 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken. We're going to do a 1/4 cup of minced onion. We're going to take that jalapeno, if you like your tacos on the hot side, and we're going to mince that up too. And then what we're going to do is put together our own spice kit. So we're going to use 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. So that's how we're going to put together our spice kit. Then I have these flour tortillas, which we're going to crisp up in that vegetable oil. And that just makes it absolutely fresh and fantastic. You will really love these shells. And then the rest of it is just toppings. We're going to shred some lettuce, cut up some tomato, we have some shredded cheese, and some sour cream. So it's going to taste absolutely delicious. But again, it's not as complicated as it looks, and I'm going to show you how to put all this together. And let's put together our spice kit. First, we're going with 2 tablespoons of chili powder, there we go. And if you buy a hot chili powder, which this isn't, make sure you know that you did that because you will already be covering the heat base. And if you add jalapenos on top of that, woo, you're going to have one spicy taco. And here's our teaspoon of brown sugar, our 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, our 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, our 2 teaspoons of cumin, two teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And there's many different ways to make this spice mix. So after you make it this way the first time, then experiment. There might be some other ingredients you want to add to it. But this always works perfectly for me. And then what I want you to do is mix it up, get it nice and evenly mixed. The aroma is just delicious. So I have this nice clean spoon. I'm just going to give a little taste. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So give it that little taste and see if it's what you're looking for. If you think it needs a little bit more of any of the ingredients, go ahead and add it now. But also keep in mind that this is going to be diluted by the meat. When we add this to the meat, it's going to be diluted out some anyways. So it's not going to be this powerful. But I do recommend you give it a little taste and see if there's something else you want to add to it. And next up, we're going to prepare the onions and the jalapenos. So here's our onion, just cutting the end off of it. Then taking off the skin. And this is a sweet onion. If you have yellow onion, red onion, yellow onion, that's fine too. And then I'm just going to cut the top of it with the lines really close. I don't want big chunks of onion in our meat because this is more of a flavor ingredient than it is a texture ingredient. Because we're going to add onion and other ingredients, the tomato and all that, the lettuce, at the end of the process, fresh. So you just don't want big chunks of onion in your meat. So what I just did is I cut this way. I cut heading in one direction the whole top of the onion with the lines close together. Then I do it perpendicular and it forms these little squares. And then all I do is I cut down the face of the onion, until I have a 1/4 cup. And you can add more if you like, but there we go. There's our 1/4 cup of onion all ready to roll. Putting it in this bowl. And now what I'm doing is I put a glove on so that I can cut the jalapeno without burning my skin. If you don't have a glove, just use your knife and fork, but try not to come in contact with the jalapeno because they can be really spicy. And if you touch your eye or anything else after cutting one of these, boy, it can hurt. And it can last too. So I'm just taking the core out. And then I'm going to rinse these seeds down the sink. And then all I'm doing is cutting the jalapeno lengthwise into these little strips. And we're going to mince this too. And then just cut it into these little pieces. Now I like my tacos spicy, so I will add that second half. If you don't like it spicy, don't add this at all. And if you like it kind of spicy, then just add half of the jalapeno. It's totally up to you. But, just be careful. Don't overdo it if you don't like heat that much. Okay, so with all the other ingredients prepped and ready to go, all we have to do is dice up our chicken. And with the chicken, what we want to do is just create pretty small pieces because the tacos themselves, the taco shells, are pretty tight. So we don't want huge chunks of chicken in our tacos. So I'm just taking one of the chicken breasts and just cutting it about 1/8 of an inch thick, 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch. And then all I'm going to do is take these little bits of it, like this is 4 of those pieces, and I'm just going to cut it smaller. And I'm going to do that with all of the chicken. So we're just going for these little bite-sized pieces of chicken. They're going to fit into the taco shells so much better than if we left it chunky. So I'm going to do this with every piece of chicken, and then I'm going to meet you over at the stove. And here we go. I have this pan preheated over medium heat. Just adding a little veggie oil. And the first thing we're going to do is saute our onions and jalapenos. We just want them lightly sauteed so that we know that they're all cooked through before we add the chicken. I want this flavor mixed in to the vegetable oil. And this takes about 2 minutes. You can see this one strand got through. Let's get rid of that. And we're looking for when the onions start to appear a little bit translucent, then we know they're sauteed. This also puts this flavor right into the oil, which means it's going to end up right in the chicken. And here we are 2 minutes later. You can see that the onions have turned translucent. I know the flavor has been given up to the oil, and here comes our chicken. And now what we're going to do is just brown this chicken. And just as it appears well browned, then we're going to add our spices and cook it just a little bit more. So I'm going to mix in the onions and the jalapenos to add flavor right away to it. And then I'm just going to keep browning this, keep working it with my spatula and making sure that it cooks all the way through. There will be no pink pieces of chicken when we're done with this process. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes to show you how we're doing. Okay, so here we are 5 minutes later. Our chicken is browning up nicely. I don't see any pink. So let's just add our taco seasonings. We're going to stir these in, get it nice and even, and finish cooking up the chicken. So give it a nice mix. And these seasonings will eat up some of that juice. They'll absorb some of that juice. The chili powder will. And it doesn't take long, probably about another 5 to 10 minutes, and that juice will sizzle off and the chicken will be nicely flavored. So just keep an eye on it, give it a little stir here and there, make sure that the taco seasonings are evenly distributed, and you're going to have yourself a nice dish. So I'll see you in about 10 minutes. So I rinsed off our lettuce and our tomato, and I cut this little slice, you can see this wedge, off of the lettuce, and now I'm just cutting it really thin. It's just so much easier to work with in a taco when you have a nice shredded lettuce, shredded cheese, and thin sliced tomato. That way, when you're eating it, you don't have these big chunks of lettuce coming out of the taco and bringing other stuff with it and landing it right in your lap. That's not the point of eating a taco, at least not for me. And I'm just going to turn it a little bit and just give it one more little chop. And there's a nice shredded lettuce. Let's just move that aside a little bit. And the tomato, we're just going to cut that little nubby end off. And then just cut it super thin. Cut these really like 1/8-inch thin slices. This is a really good tomato too. And then all we're going to do is take it and just cut it like this into these smaller slices. And then come across, and then you have your diced tomato. And that's perfect for tacos. And what you'll do is you'll just leave this out, and when people make their own tacos, they just walk by and chuck this in it, top it with some sour cream and some cheese, and they're in business. Okay, so as you can see, 10 minutes later, all that delicious sauce is mixed into the meat. So now we can go make a taco. And this pan has been preheating over medium heat. And I'm just adding about 2 tablespoons of oil. And spreading that out. My stove's a little crooked, so you can see the oil heading downhill. And all I do is I take one of the tortillas and just throw it in. And the point of what we're doing is we're going to fry it, and you're going to see it puff up, pop up. I'm going to get the other side too. Get the oil nice and evenly distributed. And it'll puff up. And then what we do, you can see it starting. It's a very quick process. And again, this is over medium heat. Now everyone's stove is a little different, so you might have to lower it down just a little. And if your stove isn't crooked like mine, you might want to start with just 1 tablespoon of oil. Now if the oil starts to smoke or spatter too much, turn the heat down just a little. But you can see this one's already doing its thing. And what I have sitting right here is paper towel on a plate so I can drain this after we cook it up. So just kind of flip it, make sure that everything's browning nicely. And this does make just a beautifully tasty, crispy little taco shell. Kind of keep it turning, you don't want it to burn too much on one side. You can see this is browning quite nicely. You can see that's browning nicely too. And the point of this is not to crisp it so much that it's not flexible. We still want it to be a little bit flexible, so we're browning it. It's kind of puffing up some, but boy, it tastes so fresh when you add that meat into it and the other toppings. I think you're really going to love this. Let's flip it back. Now this one is looking pretty crispy. I'm just going to give it a little bit more, and then I'm going to show you how to mold the taco so it will hold the ingredients that you like. You don't want a sharp hinge on it. So what we do is we take a fork. It takes a little bit of finesse at first, and certainly don't burn yourself. Take a fork and kind of shape that bottom. You want to make it, see, it's more of an envelope than it is a tight hinge. So just keep your fork. I think I'm going to have to spin this one back. Has a little bit of a flexibility issue. And I'm just squaring it off. So it's a taco shell, not a tight, hinged sandwich. And again, it's going to take a little finesse to do this the first time, but it's worth it. You will love this. There we go. That's more of a taco shell, so I can fit the other ingredients in it. And then when I drain it, I'm draining it like this. Drain it upside down like that, so the oil can run off. And then I'm just going to keep repeating that until I have as many crisped tortillas for our tacos as needed. So here we go. We just take some of the taco meat. We put it in our crispy, fresh taco shell. Yum. And we just put some lettuce on top. Some tomato. Absolutely fantastic. Then we have our sour cream option. Very tasty. Totally up to you. And then we just sprinkle our cheese on top. And there you go. A chicken taco your way. So congratulations. Look at what you just made. You just made this delicious chicken taco using your own spice mix and making this crispy flour tortilla shell. Absolutely fresh and delicious. Now, if you like this recipe, please visit my website, stepbystepchef.com. There you're going to find a free printable recipe for this chicken taco, along with free printable recipes and free video links for over 150 delicious dishes. 150. That's not bad, and it's all free. And you gotta take advantage of it. The other thing you're going to find, though, is a link to my cookbook, Cooking with the Step-by-Step Chef. And right now, as of when I made this recipe, there's 114 recipes in here. By November, there's going to be over 200 recipes in this book. Every November, I'm going to update it with whatever I've been up to, mainly cooking with you. This means you don't have to print every single recipe. It'll be in the book. It's real easy to use. Makes a great gift too. I think you're going to enjoy it. Your friends, your family, your mail delivery person, the FedEx person, the UPS person, your doctor, maybe even your lawyer. Your lawyer might like this. Just maybe take it easy if he's kind of a shark, or she. Anyways, so please check out the book, check out the website. Meanwhile, I'm Larry Richardson. I am your step-by-step chef, and I'll see you on the next episode.